Hey, I don't want no friends. I don't want no new relationships. All that shit. Hey, I don't respect none of that shit, man. If you got something for me, plenty around me, you could call. It's plenty ways you could get in touch with me. Man, don't get on no internet and do nothing publicly. Don't do nothing dealing with no fucking publicity, none of that shit. And I'm good on the keys, gangster. When you buy shit cash, two keys come with the car anyway.
Major bombshell just dropped. Federal files got leaked, and it's looking wild. Turns out the feds have been low-key building a case on J. Prince for years, staying quiet but stacking receipts the whole time.
Nobody Prince family in Houston. Nobody, including the cops.
Now, if you know J. Prince's journey through the hip-hop game, this ain't a huge shock. People have been side-eyeing him and his son for years over shady behavior.
Supposed to be this gangster, you know, this mob figure, and everyone has to, you know, in Houston that comes through has to come and check in. But, you know, it's very rare that you would see a mobster or even let's say El Chapo or anybody. Prince Jr.'s name keeps coming up in some messy stuff, including talk about what went down with Takeoff and even the murder of Duke the Jeweler. Folks in Houston have been saying there's something real suspicious about Prince Jr.'s dice games. Like, why do they always end in drama? But that's just the start. J. Prince Sr.'s name has been floating in a serious federal investigation. For years, we're talking deep. Rap circles have been calling it the Quiet Cartel for a reason. He's managed to avoid charges all this time, but that might be about to change. From what's in these newly uncovered documents, this RICO case is heating up fast.
While we was gone, I got a call, you know what I mean, because the little homie young boy place got broke into. People went in his place, disrespected different things, and you know, I got a call about it. And the little homies that went into this place want to make that right, because they understand that, you know what I mean, young boy family is okay with me. And as you can see, homie, to make a long story short, I got your keys to your Rolls Royce. I got your keys to your McLaren. You know, all that they took. And the homie, Shakur, what you got, homie?
We got your Rolls Royce umbrellas. We got your keys. We got a bunch of other shit, so get in contact with us, bro. Get your shit back, bro.
All good. Waiting on you.
Let's break this down. Here's why the feds might finally be gunning for Prince in a RICO case. More names are now being tied to violent crimes, and Prince is being listed as the leader of what they're calling a silent cartel in the rap game. He might have never pulled the trigger, but the feds don't care. If they decide to reopen old cases and hit him with new charges, it won't be a surprise. This matters because Prince was already showing up in DEA files from as far back as 1992 and again in 2002.
Hey, I don't want no friends. I don't want no new relationships. All that shit. Hey, I don't respect none of that shit, man. If you got something for me, plenty around me, you could call. It's plenty ways you could get in touch with me. Man, don't get on no internet and do nothing publicly. Don't do nothing dealing with no fucking publicity, none of that shit. And I'm good on the keys, gangster. When you buy shit cash, two keys come with the car anyway.
Back then, they painted him as a boss who ran things from the shadows using rap as the front. RICO laws were built exactly for this, to take down the top dogs, even if they never touched the crime directly. Back in the day, the feds couldn't make their case stick, mainly because the agents involved were dirty. But now, times have changed, and the blueprint for a RICO case is back in play. They've got fresh internet receipts and insiders in the industry who aren't scared to talk anymore. J. Prince has been tied to all kinds of street-level mess for years, from shady politics to extortion behind the scenes. Lately, though, his name's been back in the headlines for some seriously questionable behavior. Let's take it back to July 2020. NBA YoungBoy was having some drama in Houston and his stuff got stolen. Instead of handling it quietly, J. Prince hopped online and said he had the items and could return them like he was showing off power moves. But YoungBoy wasn't having it. He clapped back live on Instagram, telling J. Prince straight up,
associating me with that Duke the Jeweler situation because I went to the Boosie pool party and he happened to be there, and he happened to be standing on me. I mean, right next to me. The truth is, I never met him before. I had no idea who he is. I didn't even know he was a jeweler until after his passing. And then the night of that game isn't the night that he got killed. He got leaving Boosie concert the next night because somebody tried to rob him. So, you know, the internet play internet games. But this is a situation with a dude that I didn't even know. I ain't know his name. I had no knowledge of him. I ain't know he was from Chicago. I ain't know he was a jeweler until social media started trying to point a finger because he was standing next to me, and it's just unfortunate that something transpired after another dice game, but neither incidents had anything to do with it.
He doesn't deal with that kind of thing. Then came the tragedy. Takeoff, who was reportedly being looked after by Jazz Prince, Jay Prince's son, was shot and killed in Houston on November 1st, 2022. That shook the whole rap world. Now, here's where it gets even wilder. Remember Kendrick Lamar's track, Euphoria? There's a line where he calls someone's father a murderer and mocks them for trying to follow in their dad's footsteps. They must have forgotten that dementia runs in the family. I'll park his son, he says. Many people think he's throwing shots at Jay Prince and Jazz Prince, suggesting they had something to do with what happened to Takeoff, but it didn't start with Takeoff. Months before that, Duke the Jeweler, a known figure from Chicago,
It's a sucker to me, a sucker pick who he be fight with. Right. Like if you sitting and you go, oh, I'm not going because this. I think I can take him. Right. You want to fight the nigga you think you can beat.
And I called Jay Prince and him out. I'm saying, you
didn't say nothing to whack. So when you come talking to me, I feel like you're very selective. This is exactly what I meant last week when I was talking about street being selective. They got selections of who they think they're going to get tough with. So I feel there's a must for me to say something, because you can't be selective with us, because we're not the weakest on the chart to deal that with.
No wonder they mob tied. No wonder everybody got to check in, y'all. Now I'm checking in with the police department. Police department told me, hey man, you got a problem with Mr. James Prince. Austin, we hear you got a problem with James Prince. Man, we scared of him. I swear to God, y'all, I just got the call from the Houston's mayor's office and the gang unit police department in Houston, Texas. They are scared of fire to rap a lot. And this is what I'm telling the Houston Police Department. Y'all can suck my too.
hit big at one of Prince Jr.'s dice games, walking out with $100,000, but he never made it home. He was robbed, jumped, and shot dead before he even reached his car. Now, prosecutors are eyeing these patterns, and it's starting to look like more than just bad luck. They might finally be able to connect the dots. In RICO cases, it ain't always about who pulled the trigger, pulling the strings. That's the whole play. And the DEA's been on that vibe for years, calling the rap game a quiet cartel way before the rest of the world caught on. Based on the most recent leaked DEA files, Jay Prince wasn't just a name, he was under watch for years. We're talking wiretaps, secret informants, undercover missions. They went deep. And get this, back in 2024, reports came out claiming the feds even hit his properties with search warrants. But somehow, the case got stalled, and Prince's empire stayed standing strong. He came out swinging, brushing it all off, and saying, "The people who start these stories make lies for a living, and I ain't got time for their BS." But here's the twist. If prosecutors manage to link those killings to street control,
basically, nobody Prince family in Houston. Nobody. Including the cops. Cops know what it is.
silencing rivals or sending messages through violence, they could build a solid RICO case. That's the kind of predicate behavior RICO. Laws were made for violence tied directly to business operations. It doesn't stop there. Social media has been buzzing with clips and rumors, leaked footage, and online talk from names like 50 Cent, Charleston White, and Boosie point to Jay Prince and his son playing a long game behind the scenes. Even respected voices in the culture like DJ Academics have been saying Jay Prince has connections with Houston law enforcement, and that's serious. People are realizing that. Mob ties ain't just some brand or label, it might be something way deeper. Behind all the music and merch, there's a real business structure. And if the feds can show that these companies are just cover-ups for shady stuff like money laundering, extortion, or threats, then boom, that's RICO territory. Add To that, how Jay Prince, both senior and junior, always seem to be spinning the story after something pops off. They dodge law enforcement, drop mixed messages, and try to control the whole narrative. That kind of move screams damage control, and prosecutors eat that up. All of this could show one major thing: guilt consciousness. That's a key point. In RICO cases, see, the boss doesn't have to be the one out there doing the dirt. He just has to be knowingly tied to the business that benefits from it.
Town that came here, I wish he would have never came with Quavo. I wish he would have never brought this nigga into Houston, because he can't think. You know what I mean? This whole root of everything happening is from his action. And to be frank, honest about the situation, I wish that really would have hit him instead of Takeoff, because he was the one that deserved.
So even if Jay Prince never made a threat or pulled a trigger himself, the law doesn't care. Prosecutors could argue that he created the environment for those crimes to happen and profited off it too. And when the feds start pulling financials, things get real messy. Mob ties and other connected companies are handling millions in cash. If any of that money traces back to shady moves, bribes, protection fees, or robbery profits, that's money laundering. And trust money laundering is a RICO goldmine. One detail that keeps popping up in these leaked D documents is the term silent cartel. That ain't random. They're drawing a picture of rap, especially in Houston, as being controlled, like a criminal network. The word cartel ain't just dramatic, it means power, territory, and fear. Now, here's the hard part for Jay Prince, trying to separate his empire from all the dirt flying around his name, especially when it involves his own son. The Prince name holds weight in the streets, and that makes it easier for prosecutors to argue that the whole setup is one big criminal enterprise. Let's not forget, this ties back to his push for independent black ownership, the whispers about dice games, and all the street enforcement rumors. Now that these D files are out in the open, federal prosecutors might go all in, armed with a new list of crimes, deaths, and online receipts to back them up. If they bring a strong enough case, this could lead to major indictments that shake up the entire Houston rap game. But now, I want to know what you think. Does the federal government actually have a solid shot at bringing down Jay Prince with a RICO charge? Or is this just another rumor that'll fade away? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and hit that subscribe button. Your support keeps these stories alive. See you on the next one.